Welcome back to Chastastic Gaming. I'm Chastastic, and today we are playing a Gremlin Graphics software game, Zool. This is from 1993, and this game was heavily sponsored by Chupa. Unfortunately, I am not sponsored by Chupa. Even though I like your lollies, I think we should cut ourselves a deal there. Zool is the ninja from the nth dimension, and what we do is we go about collecting a bunch of collectibles until we get to the end of the stage. So let's start off by going to the options and putting this on easy because I am rubbish at this game. And there we go. So we're going to start off. Now we start off in Candyland, or whatever the name of the zone happens to be. Now, anyone who's ever played this before will know that this game runs at a frame rate equivalent of about 8,000 frames per second. It runs far too quickly, which makes it a very, very challenging game. There's an extra life up there if I can be careful. Whoa. And it's very glidey as well. There we go. How do I... there's a spin move that he does. And, there we are. So it's A to do that. So, I've got to watch my health. I've only got one hit left. And this is a checkpoint here. So, all of the zones in this game are basically based off of various different... they're all... there we go. For some odd reason, you collect flies for extra health in here, in this game. So, all of them are like based... they all have a theme. The first zone is... go away! Fucking... the humbug flies always get me. This game's all the zones are based off themes. Like, for example, as I said, Zone 1 is Candyland. Zone 2 is Music World, or whatever. I don't know their actual names. I don't think they have. They probably do. I had this game. This was one of the few games I did have on my original Mega Drive. I had the cartridge of this. It was one of those weird third-party ones with games with a weird shaped cartridge, if I recall as well. If I find a picture, I'll pop it up on screen about here. So there we go. So what happens is there's you collect as many of the collectibles as you are required to, and then you make your way to the end. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Now, once this level comes back up, you'll see that there's an arrow next to the timer. That arrow points us towards the end of the stage. So, jump and shoot, man. Jump and shoot. So we need to collect as many of these as we physically can. No checkpoint. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's weird. It's... Chupa Chups lollies everywhere. I wonder if this was like... How did the deal with Chupa Chups even come about? Oh, now this gives me a clone, and this gives me a super jump. Whee! I can jump well higher than I can. Something I've not mentioned before is I can grapple onto walls, which I'm not required to do as of yet, but I think that becomes a requirement later on in the game. So we've got all the candy, and watch those. They just look like poos on the wall. They don't actually look like anything. Or at least, I guess they're supposed to be chocolate drops, I guess. Oh, we've got 13 left to go. There we go. And now we just now that we've heard that noise, we can just make our way to the end of the stage. Fortunately we managed to... I hate those so-and-sos. Those individuals, those cockney geezers. Cockney bees with their stingers. Hey, there we go. And boom, up we go. I actually really, really liked this game when I was younger, but what I am learning, reliving it right now, is it runs far too quickly. The entire game just, it feels too glidey. It's... whoa. There we go. And we got a clone. Now, this is the part where we have to... we can climb up and down, and we can also jump off walls. Oh. So these sweets make us go backwards. we didn't need that. We're gonna need to get some more candy. More collectibles. Because I want candy. Whoa. Hot jelly. Tutti frutti, I don't know. What's he supposed to be? Still got like 30 odd left to get. Whoa. I always thought the music in this game was awesome when I was younger, but it's one of these things I'm listening back to now and I'm like, no, not so great. It has got some cool, it has got a little bit of funk to it, but it just... Okay, let's try and avoid getting spiked by Spiker there. Apparently, I guess he must be some kind of cat considering we just went row. And that is my best cat impression. And the good thing about this as well is we don't have to collect any of the collectibles again. They've already been collected. So we literally just pick up where we left off there. It's hard to explain. It's one of these things that you literally need to play the game to understand, but there's so much. You just float everywhere. It's very, very slidey. I would say it's momentum based, but it doesn't even feel nice. It's just... I wouldn't say it feels like momentum. It feels more like... like everything's ice. Oh, that's... Now. These Licorice All Sorts guys there, they always... Licorice All Sorts are one of my favourite sweets. That's candy or whatever. Wherever you happen to be, whatever your colloquialism for sugary treats that you give to mostly that normally are given to children. Ah, there we go. And oh, I don't know how I feel about that. About the river of chocolate. I used to always think, how good would that be? Just like all that melted chocolate. But think of how warm that would have to be, and actually going into a river of chocolate wouldn't be an enjoyable experience in my eyes. When I was younger, when I was a child, it actually seemed like it would be the best thing ever. River of chocolate. Ah, now secrets. So if I hit this wall, this will take us down to the one-mans or the one-ups or... Question of the day. What do you call extra lives or one-mans or one-ups? What do you call them in a game? Personally, I always called them one-ups. Or extra lives. So I kind of like chopped and changed depending... Oh, we've got all the collectibles. I think this is the boss level, so... Oh, there we go. It's hard to explain. The control is really, really strange inside when you're on the... when you're in the chocolate. We're going the wrong way. We need to go up. So this is where the game starts to get a bit maze-like. We need to go back to go forward, because there's a bit earlier on that lets us to go much higher up, because the boss level is right up at the top. I did play this briefly a couple of days ago. I didn't get very much further than this level. Oh shoot. There we go. And you can only jump at the edges. It's really weird. It's probably not chocolate. It's probably more akin to something like... Ah, no, don't fall. I would probably say it's more akin to... here we are. Now this is boss level. Oh, we got to the boss with like no health. Okay, so we probably needed to die there. So we've got the checkpoint just before the boss there. So we need to... I think it's really funny because the first boss is essentially like two of the main enemies in the first level joined together. So it's like those Bertie Bassett guys and the Humbug Bees. Whoa, let's just try and avoid their Licorice All Sorts. Right, come on. You... Right, come on. Oh, so he gets more and more aggressive. So let's eat him for dinner. Let's eat our dessert before our dinner. Jumped right into that. Come on. I think that should be, yep, he's doing that now. How did I go back up? Ow! Come on. We're literally losing all 9 lives. Because, is it 9 lives we had? I don't know, I didn't check. I'm pretty sure this is one of those games that gives you a lot of lives at the start of the game. If we can get past World 1... This was a game I was never very good at. Right, there we go. There we go, that's 1 off. Oh, I think we've got him on a cycle. Come on. Oh, we didn't hit us. Come on. Come on. I'm just checking the clock there. We've got plenty of time left in this episode. I think this is just going to be a one-off though, because I do not see myself beating this game. Not without save states or anything like that. Whoa. Oh, come on. That's 2 hits on the same bit. Come on. Come on. I'll just stay down here so that he definitely doesn't hit me. Come on. Come on, we got him. Ah, there we go. And boom. And we're done. Oh, yes. So, that was the first level of Zool. This was one of my favourite games when I was younger. I actually don't remember whether I've ever beaten it. Well, I've beaten the first stage. I think I do specifically remember getting to the tool world. But I don't remember so much. I don't remember so much after that. I think the game, going back on it, I don't think I really understood what was going on. I loved my side-scrolling games when I was younger. So I absolutely loved it. But I'm not a massive on collecting things in games. Anyone who knows who knows the channel will probably know that by this point. Collecting hundreds of things to beat a level, it's not really my cup of tea. It's more this game comes this game's like goes more off nostalgia for me, which I'm going to be honest, it doesn't hold up. Not really. It's far too, the entire game is far too quick. Everything happens too quickly, and I've just beaten that level there, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I just realised it's actually Zool's face that's on those. I never actually looked at them properly, but I'm gonna call it for that for this episode. But that's been Zool. Good, nice, fun game. Nice, fun game that I used to remember fondly from when I was younger. Don't remember it so fondly now I played it again. But anyway, I've been Chastastic of Chastastic Gaming, and you have a fantastic day. Bye.